Beyond the Bloodline, my strategic journey to undisputed professional supremacy. Hi, I'm LILA Sullivan. You might think my story is about rising against the odds, but it's more about strategy and patience. Growing up, I was always in the shadow of my sister. While she thrived in the spotlight, I learned to navigate the background. That was my strength. I'm 30 now, working in a corporate job, but most people don't see my real value. They see my sister, Sierra, the ambitious one with the loud personality. But soon, everything would change. I was on the brink of a breakthrough that would turn the tables in our family dynamics. Stick around, because this story isn't just mine. It's a journey toward undisputed professional supremacy. It all began one Sunday at our usual family brunch spot. I was nursing my coffee when Sierra launched into her latest tale of work drama. "Lila still hasn't found a real job," she declared, laughing as if it were the funniest joke. I forced a smile, feeling my heart drop. It was the same script every time. My parents glanced at me, concerned, but I was used to it. I had a job, but it wasn't the kind of job she understood. I was a software developer, working on a groundbreaking AI project called Nova. I had just finalized a major code release, but that didn't matter to Sierra. To her, I was just the quiet sister. Growing up, I learned to fade into the background. Sierra took center stage, always charming, always the star. My parents loved us both, but their praises often echoed louder for her dance recitals and school awards. I was the one who stayed home, tinkering with computers and coding, honing skills that would one day prove invaluable. Despite the love, I often felt invisible. I didn't mind my quiet nature. It allowed me to observe and learn without interruption. But as I sat there that day, I wondered if I would ever step out of her shadow. Maybe it was time for a change. That evening, I was back at my desk, fingers flying over the keyboard, engrossed in my work. Nathan, my co-founder and best friend, was across from me, his eyes glued to his screen. "You're on fire tonight, Lila. Let's finish this," he encouraged. I smiled, feeling a rush of satisfaction. We had just developed an AI engine capable of real-time data analysis. It was something I'd poured my heart into, and it was about to launch our startup into the big leagues. Little did I know, the success I craved was just around the corner, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The next morning, my phone buzzed. It was a text from Mom. Sierra got laid off. A mix of emotions washed over me. I felt pity for her, knowing how hard she worked for her accounting job. At the same time, I couldn't help but think of the opportunity it presented. I shared a glance with Nathan when I spotted a job posting for an accounting position at Novatech. "Should I give her a push?" I asked him. He nodded. "She's good at finance. It might be good for both of you." I agreed, feeling a sense of determination. Perhaps this was the moment to bring my sister into my world. Sierra arrived at our sleek new office, her eyes wide with wonder. She had no idea it was half mine. "This place is amazing," she exclaimed, looking around. I watched from a distance as she marveled at the modern lounges and the stunning city views. She was applying for a position that I had a hand in shaping, yet she had no clue I was the one who signed off on budgets. It felt strange, but I wanted her to succeed. I wanted her to see that there was more to life than the spotlight. Determined to do something nice, I set up a thank you fund under a fictitious cousin's name. Regularly deposited $20,000 each month, ensuring my parents were taken care of in their retirement. Watching them thrive filled me with joy. They had always supported us, showing kindness to everyone around them. I wanted to give back without revealing my source. Every time Mom and Dad beamed with pride about their newfound financial ability to help others, my heart swelled. I was proud to remain anonymous for now. As I navigated through my responsibilities at the office, I noticed Sierra's interest in Nathan growing. She was always fishing for details, laughing with her colleagues about him. They didn't realize that Nathan was more than just a handsome face. He was my partner in building something incredible. The whispers about the invisible co-founder intrigued Sierra. Little did she know that co-founder was me, right there, hiding in plain sight. I couldn't help but smirk at the thought. One afternoon, I overheard Sierra talking about Nathan in the break room. "He's amazing," she gushed to her colleagues. "I wonder who the other founder is." I felt a mix of amusement and annoyance. They had no idea they were talking about me. I was right there, working late nights while they speculated about my existence. As I walked past her, I couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy. Sierra was trying so hard to find her place in the world, unaware of the power I held just beneath the surface. The tension built as I continued to work quietly. I was in Nathan's office late one night, finalizing our latest project, when Sierra unexpectedly walked in. Her eyes narrowed as she saw me. "What are you doing here?" she asked, suspicion lacing her words. I felt defensive but replied, "Just working with Nathan." Her expression shifted to disbelief. "You're not even an employee here," she scoffed, seemingly convinced I was trying to leech off Nathan's success. I wanted to shout that I owned half the company, but instead I offered her a tight-lipped smile and walked past her. The next day I found a message in the office gossip channel, mocking me. "Naomi's just a visitor," it read. "Doesn't she know the difference between an employee and a ghost?" I felt a wave of hurt wash over me. Sierra's influence was strong, painting me as the unwanted sister. I had worked tirelessly to build my place, and it stung to be dismissed so easily. But I was determined not to let it get to me. I focused on my work, reminding myself that truth has a way of emerging. That evening, I treated myself to dinner at a local Italian restaurant. The atmosphere was cozy, and I felt a bit of peace as I enjoyed my meal. But my phone buzzed with Sierra's latest social media post. It was a selfie of her at a bar, captioned, "Living my best life, even after a layoff." I knew she was taking a jab at me, but I refused to let it ruin my evening. She wanted to portray her life as perfect, but deep down, I understood her struggles. I just wanted to continue quietly being myself. The following week, our board meeting was buzzing with excitement about a philanthropic venture to build a girls' tech hub in Kenya. I felt pride swell in my chest as I watched the board applaud the project. Nathan praised my contributions, calling me unstoppable. I smiled, but inside, I felt the urge to remain hidden. My work was my reward, and I didn't want the spotlight. I enjoyed the anonymity that came with my success. But as the days passed, I sensed a change in the air. Rumors about the real founder were swirling, and I knew it was just a matter of time before Sierra discovered my identity. A promotion request for Sierra landed in my inbox, and I felt a twinge of pride. She was doing well, and I couldn't let her past assumptions hold her back. I forwarded her request to Nathan, encouraging him to approve it. It felt good to support her, even if she didn't know the full truth. The following week, Sierra was officially promoted to senior accountant. She strutted around the office like she had won the lottery. I couldn't help but chuckle at her excitement. She was convinced Nathan had an interest in her, unaware that every promotion had to pass through me. I watched her blend in with the team, feeling a sense of pride for her. Despite our past differences, I wanted her to thrive. As our AI project gained traction, the media started reaching out for interviews. Nathan insisted on showcasing both founders at our upcoming gala. My stomach twisted at the thought of stepping into the limelight, but I understood the importance of visibility for the company. That night, I put on a simple but elegant dress, my heart racing. I was ready to face the world, but would Sierra manage to keep her composure when the truth emerged? At the gala, the atmosphere was electric. Journalists and investors filled the room, eager to meet the minds behind Novatech. I felt a mixture of nerves and excitement. As I stepped onto the stage, the announcer introduced me as the quiet genius. I could feel the eyes of the room on me, including Sierra's, who looked stunned. I took a deep breath, recalling all the hard work that led me here. This was my moment. "Thank you, everyone," I said, my voice steady. "I'm not great with speeches, but I'm proud to share this journey with Nathan." Applause erupted as I stepped off the stage, my heart pounding. But as I scanned the crowd, I noticed Sierra's expression, shock mixed with confusion. I wondered if she had connected the dots yet. Would she confront me? Or would she remain in denial about my role in this success? As the night wore on, Sierra approached me. I could see the tension in her shoulders. "I need to talk to you," she said, her voice shaky. I nodded, feeling a mixture of anticipation and dread. This was the moment I had been waiting for. But before she could say anything, a group of investors swept in, eager to congratulate me. Sierra stepped back, her expression unreadable as I was pulled into conversations about the future of Novatech. Later, I spotted Sierra hovering near the buffet table, looking lost. Her gaze kept darting toward me, and I could see the struggle in her eyes. She wanted to say something, but couldn't find the words. I felt a flicker of empathy. I knew this was a turning point for her, a moment of reckoning. Would she embrace the truth, or would she continue to fight against it? As the night came to an end, I finally found a moment alone with Sierra. I saw your face when I spoke. You looked surprised, I said gently. Her eyes widened, and I could see the realization washing over her. You're the co-founder? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. I nodded, feeling a mix of pride and anxiety. Yes, Sierra, I've been here all along. The silence hung heavy between us. Why didn't you tell me? She asked, her voice trembling. I took a deep breath, wanting to explain, but unsure where to start. I didn't want to overshadow your accomplishments. I've always preferred to work quietly, I admitted. But I'm proud of what we've built together. Her expression shifted from shock to something softer. I didn't know, I just thought you were nothing, she confessed, shame creeping into her voice. I know, I replied gently. But I've always believed in you, even if it didn't seem that way. I wanted the best for you, Sierra. We're sisters after all. A tear slipped down her cheek, and I felt my heart ache for her. This was the moment we had both needed. The truth had finally surfaced, and it was liberating. She stepped closer, and I could feel the weight of her past judgments lifting. I'm sorry for everything, she said, her voice breaking. I've been so caught up in my own world that I didn't see you for who you are. I smiled gently, wrapping my arms around her. We all make mistakes. It's never too late to change. In that moment, I felt a bond strengthen between us, one forged through honesty and understanding. Our relationship was no longer defined by competition, but by support and love. As the gala came to a close, I realized that this was just the beginning. Sierra and I had both learned valuable lessons about ourselves and each other. It wasn't about wealth or status. It was about being there for one another. I looked at her, determination shining in her eyes. Let's build something amazing together, I said, feeling a new sense of hope. She nodded, smiling back. Together. In that moment, I knew we had both embarked on a journey toward undisputed professional supremacy, side by side. Conclusion. The lesson here is that sometimes it takes stepping into the light to reveal your true worth. We all have our strengths, and it's essential to recognize them, support each other, and embrace personal growth. Life is about the connections we make and the impact we leave behind. So remember to lift others as you rise.